Question of the day. If you had 24 hours to live, 24 hours, 1 day exactly, what would you do and why? Leave it down in the comment section below. What's going on, beautiful people? It is I, your sister from another mister, ThickChickVlogs. And girl, you already see what we're going to be talking about. Like I say all the time, you already see what we're going to be talking about. All of that and stuff. Okay, shout out to Mr. Bugatti on Instagram. Is Mr. Bugatti still on Instagram? I haven't seen a post from him in a while, but maybe, you know, I really haven't been on Instagram, to be brutally honest with y'all, so I'm not going to say I haven't seen him on Instagram, girl. But I want to remind y'all, go over and like my, well, shit, you can go over and like my legitimate work at home job page on Facebook, too, if you want to. It really don't matter, but I'm talking about go over and like my ThickChickVlogs page over there on a Facebook, girl. I know a lot of people don't get to the end of videos, and a lot of people don't check the show me more blogs down below, girl. But if in case y'all been looking for me on Facebook and you haven't seen me, girl, that's because you have not liked the Facebook page over there. You need to head on over there and quit bullshitting and give the page a like, bitch. It's 100% free, and quit bullshitting, okay? But let's go ahead and get into what I like to call the meat and potatoes of this here particular video, girl. First thing that we're going to talk about is the Real Housewives of Atlanta has decided to hire their first transgendered castmate, and I'm really excited. I haven't watched the Real Housewives of Atlanta in a long time, so I'm definitely going to be watching now just to see how the girls interact with the new castmate, because I feel like, you know, it just really seems like people are embracing the LGBT community more, and I absolutely love to see that. So I'm really excited to see how the ladies interact with their new castmate. So let me read you a little bit about her, and we're gonna move on to the next story, because I just cannot wait to see the very first episode of the Real Housewives of Atlanta, girl. But it says Bravo has hired its first transgender Real Housewives cast member. Sources told TMZ that Amaya Scott, bitch, I hope she is not related to Mona Scott, because Mona Scott is messy than a motherfucker, okay? I'm hoping, please, Miss Amaya Scott, do not get on the Real Housewives of Atlanta and start pissing me off, because, you know, I'm an equal opportunity motherfucker, okay? I am an equal opportunity motherfucker, so I will hate you just as much as I hated a lot of them other motherfuckers on the show who just own that bullshit, okay? So please don't get on there with that bullshit, okay, boo? You are very beautiful, but trust me, you get on there with that bullshit, I'm gonna hate you just as much as I hate the next motherfucker, because like I said, I am an equal opportunity motherfucker, okay? But it says, Amaya Scott will replace Atlanta housewife Nene Leakes, who announced in June that she wouldn't be returning for the popular reality TV show's 8th season. So it says a source close to the network confirmed to the Huffington Post that Scott, who is friends with some of the cast members, filmed with the show on Monday night. However, the source told HuffPost that no decision have been made yet, as the show is still in production. So it is rumored that she is going to be the new castmate, but they haven't made it official. You know what I mean? So I don't know if this is going to be a one-time thing or if she's actually going to be hired onto the show. But it's going to be really exciting to see her on the show. But she is like stupid gorgeous, like for real. So I'm just excited to see that episode right there, because I just feel like it's going to be thebomb.com. But it did say that she is already friends with some of the cast members, so it probably not even be that much, you know, and you know, new shit that's going to be going on. I mean, it's going to be new to us because we haven't seen it before, but I just can't wait for that very first episode right there. Now, the next thing that we're going to talk about, honey child, is Michael Sam. I don't know if you guys remember Michael Sam. Michael Sam is the first football player who came out as being openly gay as a football player. He has decided that he is going to end his football career because he just feels like it's just fucking with his mental health and everything like that. So he has decided to let go, pull back from the game, and just live his life for his mental health. But let me read you a little bit about what he said. It said, Michael Sam has left professional football due to mental health reasons. According to a release statement from the CFL Montreal Alouettes, is that how you pronounce the team name, Alouettes? He is stepping away from the game and will be placed on the team's suspended list. Here's what he said, okay? This is, and I quote, "The last 12 months have been very difficult for me, to the point where I became concerned with my own mental health. Because of this, I'm going to step away from the game at this time. I thank the Alouettes for this opportunity and hope to be back on the field soon. Thank you for all your understanding and support." It says the 25-year-old Texas native made international headlines in February 2014 when he publicly revealed his sexuality. He came out just before the draft and was the 7th round draft pick for the St. Louis Rams, which made him the LGBTQ trailblazer, the NFL's first openly gay player. Then it has a whole lot of other stuff going on down here. And I'm really not trying to read all that, but you guys can Google up on it. But I think that's really, I'm not going to say, okay, of course it's speculation by people saying that he's doing it because, he gets a whole lot of flack for being openly gay and being a football player. And I don't know if that has something to do with the fact that, the reason why he's deciding to step down as a football player, but I hope not. But, of course, some people just, that's one of the reasons why a lot of people keep their stuff private and secret, because you have some people who are just so judgmental when it comes to things like this. I mean, these people have called this man disgusting, filthy, all kind of foul names, which is just horrendous for, especially you're talking about somebody you don't even know, just based on their sexuality. So I just really hope that that's not the reason why, but I'm pretty sure it probably is one of the reasons why he is deciding to step down. But shout out to Michael Sam for deciding that he wanted to, be open as who he is as a person. So shout out to him for that, and I hope that he gets well soon. Okay, now we finna move on, girl. I don't know if y'all heard about this bullshit with Bow Wow and Erica Mena. Okay, let me tell you something. I really don't even know. I don't too much know shit about Erica Mena. All I know about her is that wasn't she on like the Love and Hip Hop? Was it Love and Hip Hop Hollywood, Love and Hip Hop New York? I don't know what the fuck she was on, to be brutally honest with you. But I don't know shit about her. So who the fuck is she? All I know is she's a little bit older than him. How much older, I have no earthly idea. But they were on Instagram posting. I know she posted a picture of some shit talking about her mood was some kind of way or some shit. I don't know. And then he went over on her Instagram and posted these fucking memes of like a skull head and a bunch of X's and shit like that. Basically like he's Xing her motherfucking ass out of his life or some shit like that, which I really don't give a fuck. Maybe people are reading too much into it because it has not been confirmed. But he also put on his own Instagram a picture of him back in the back when he still had them fucking, the dookie braids and shit in his head, surrounded by a bunch of chicks. He was like, I think my fans miss the old Bow Wow, and I think it's time to bring him out of retirement. Basically insinuating that it's time for him to, start back, being getting on the thought train. You know what I'm saying? Basically, that's kind of what he was insinuating. But my thing is this, and girl, listen, let me tell you the real gag, okay? I was listening to the Ricky Smiley morning show this morning, and I don't know if you guys know this, but Debrat is the new radio show host on the Ricky Smiley morning show. She replaced Claudia Jordan. And to be honest, I'm gonna be 100% honest. I'm gonna go down a rabbit hole like a motherfucker. But I'm gonna be 100% honest with y'all. Debrat is not. I love her to pieces, but she is not a good candidate for that position, because you can truly tell that she's trying a little bit too hard. I mean, she's not a radio show person. That's not her persona. That's not what she was. I don't feel like that's what she is, here to do. I honestly and truly don't. But I think that they got her because, of who she is and things like that. But she was on there saying how, Bow Wow was like her little brother, and, you can't turn a hoe into a housewife, all this time. I mean, she was just really, she didn't go off on Erica Mena, but she basically said that you can't turn a hoe into a housewife. I don't know what the hell she was doing on Love and Hip Hop. I have no earthly idea what she was doing on there, but apparently she was with that one and that one and this one and that one, and Bow Wow ended up, putting a ring on her or whatever, and I don't know what the fuck happened. Maybe she had a change of heart or some shit like that and decided that she wanted to go back and do whatever it is that she was going to go back and do, girl. I have no earthly idea, but y'all let me know down in the comment section below. Do you really give a fuck about Erica Mena and Bow Wow? I mean, honestly and truly, we don't really give a fuck about none of these people's relationships, but of course, if it's a hot topic, we gonna talk about this shit, because that's what the fuck we do. We talk about hot topics, girl. That's just what the fuck we do, okay? But leave down in the comment section below, as well as the question of the day. What y'all think about Bow Wow and Erica Mena? How the fuck old is Erica Mena? Let me look and see if I can see that shit, because I don't know. How old is she versus how old Bow Wow is? And that's another question. Is age is just a number. Does age matter? Would you feel some type of way if just say your son or daughter is 25 years old and they brought home someone who's 45? Would you feel some type of way? I mean, because technically they're grown. I can see if they're 18 and they bring home a 40-year-old, that would look kind of weird. But if they're grown and they bring home that's just like if your daughter's 30 and she bring home a 50-year-old, would you feel some type of way about that? Y'all let me know down in the comment section below what you feel about that situation right there. Now, the next thing that we finna touch on very briefly, okay, is this whole Suge Knight situation. Of course, since Straight Outta Compton came out, and I have still yet to go and see Straight Outta Compton. We were supposed to go this weekend, but I was up in Belma, Alabama. Girls, y'all need to go over and check out my Dollar Tree Hurl. Me and the Juice Man went to Belma, Alabama. Girl, and it was this big, gigantic ass fucking Dollar Tree up in Belma, Alabama. Girl, and I went in there and bought a whole gang of shit. I ain't gonna fucking lie. But we were supposed to go see Straight Outta Compton, but really didn't have time, and plus it's been raining all week. But I'm definitely probably gonna go tomorrow for the matinee or something like that. But since Straight Outta Compton came out, and you guys know Eazy-E is in Straight Outta Compton, this video resurfaced of Suge Knight on I think it was the Jimmy Kimmel show. I may be mistaken. I think it's a Jimmy Kimmel show where he made a joke, a very tasteless joke about Eazy-E. But of course, you know, shit, you really can't put too much past this old Humpty Dumpty motherfucker right here, which is one of the reasons why he's in the situation that he's in, okay? Because he is a fraudulent motherfucker. But he made a joke basically telling Jimmy Kimmel that, you know, back in the day, you couldn't just kill nobody and get away with it. He said what they used to do back then was take a needle and inject people with the AIDS, get blood from somebody who have the AIDS virus and inject it into whoever they wanted to kill, and they just die a slow death. These are his words, and they just die a slow death. And he was like, you know, that's some of that Eazy-E shit. I mean, just very, very tasteless. A lot of people were saying that they wouldn't put it past Suge Knight if he actually did some shit like that, and he's the reason why Eazy-E is dead. If he gave Eazy, you know, had him using some dirty needles or some shit. I don't put nothing past this Humpty Dumpty motherfucker, which is one of the reasons why he all up in the goddamn courthouse fucking passing out and shit, talking about he can't see, and motherfucker, ain't shit wrong with your motherfucking ass. Nigga, you know that you going down for the motherfucking count, and of course you just want to act like you just on your fucking deathbed now. Because now they talking about they think he got some type of tumor, cancerous tumor, all this kind of... Nigga, did you have all this shit when you was out here goddamn killing niggas? Because you had something to do. I don't give a damn what nobody said. You had something to do with the whole Notorious B.I.G. and Tupac situation. I don't give a fuck what nobody say he did, whether you believe it or not. But like I said, that was a very, very tasteless ass joke, and of course it resurfaced. I think he did this interview back in 2003, talking about that's some Eazy-E shit, how you get a needle and you inject the person with AIDS instead of killing them, because if you kill them, you go to jail for a long time. If you just inject them with HIV, you know, you just let them die a slow, painful death. And of course that's how they said that he killed Eazy-E. Whether it's true or not, I don't fucking really, you know, it's really irrelevant at this point, because we'll never find out about that. But it's just the fact that he's a very tasteless motherfucker, and he wonders why he's in the fucked up ass situation that he's in at this very second right now. Now, the next thing that we're going to talk about is Morgan Freeman's granddaughter, y'all. She was stabbed to death in Manhattan in front of her apartment complex. Now, when I first heard about this, I thought it was just some type of random situation, but apparently it was her boyfriend that stabbed her to death in front of her apartment complex. What's even more crazy and fucked up about the whole situation is that they said while he was stabbing her, I don't know if it was him or if it was her, saying some type of exorcism chant or some shit like that. They were saying like he was stabbing her and he was saying, I cast you out, or some crazy shit. I don't know what the hell was going on, but the shit just seemed really, really peculiar. And a lot of people are saying she was some type of a sacrifice, but a sacrifice is a word. You know, of course, people are always with this Illuminati shit. You know, I'm not one of those goddamn conspiracy theorist people. Whether or not I believe the Illuminati is real is irrelevant, but I'm just saying, okay, is this a fucking Illuminati side while I'm fucking putting up this shit right here, bitch? Is this Illuminati, bitch? I don't know. I probably shouldn't have did that shit, Lord. Lord, cover me with your blood, Jesus. Do y'all hear the Juice Man down there being a motherfucking Negro? Now, he know I'm up here recording the fucking video, and I told him I was about to be recording, and he's down there fucking yelling at the television like the fucking TV can hear him. One thing I can't stand, we finna go down a motherfucking rabbit hole like a motherfucker, okay? We finna go down a motherfucking rabbit hole. I'm gonna tell y'all this right here right now. But one thing I can't stand is when a person is watching a game show or some shit like that. Why the fuck is you yelling at the television? The TV can't hear you, motherfucker. It's ABC, motherfucker. It's AB. They can't fucking hear you. They gonna still say what the fuck they gonna motherfucking say because they can't hear your dumb ass screaming on the other side of that television. But okay, moving on. So that's what the fuck he doing. I don't know what the fuck he watching, but he's screaming at the TV, starting to piss me the fuck off. And I don't want to get too ghetto and scream down at his ass, but you know, girl, there's some other shit. But it says, let me read y'all what happened, okay? It says the boyfriend of Morgan Freeman's granddaughter is facing murder charges after she was found with fatal stab wounds on an Upper Manhattan street early on Sunday. Lamar Davenport, who's 30 years old, is charged with second-degree murder in the death of Edna Hines, 33. Police say they found Hines unresponsive with stab wounds to her body after responding to a call in front of her apartment building on West 162nd Street in Washington Heights. It says, witnesses described hearing Hines screams as the suspect stood over her. One said she was making religious statements reminiscent of an exorcism. Okay, so it was Morgan Freeman's granddaughter who was screaming out the religious statement. She was saying, "I cast you out in the name of Jesus Christ. I cast you out." He was saying that. He was saying that through the whole thing. Okay, this is who wrote this, because Hines is the granddaughter, and it says witnesses described hearing Hines screams as the suspect stood over her. Okay, one said he was making religious statements. I was just about to say, bitch, who the fuck wrote this shit, girl? Y'all know I'm not nowhere near politically correct. Okay, that's one of the reasons why I can't be on the radio, bitch, because I be reading that shit all wrong. They be like, she reading that shit wrong than a motherfucker. But he was screaming religious chants at her, saying, "Cast you out in the name of Jesus," all that type of stuff. And it said Davenport was cuffed at the scene after the stabbing took place, and they took her to the hospital where she was pronounced dead. So that's a sad ass situation. And of course you got all these fucking people who are on social media, instead of them sending condolences out to Morgan Freeman and his family and to Edna Hines' family, instead of them doing that, they're on there talking about, ain't this the granddaughter that he was in the relationship with? Ain't this the granddaughter that he was having sex? I mean, just motherfucker, do it fucking matter at this particular point in time? Does it? Do that fucking matter? It really has no no place in this whole conversation when somebody's telling you that somebody been stabbed to death. Why the fuck does him having a relationship with his step granddaughter matter in this particular situation? It doesn't, girl. It has no merits in this particular situation. Move on with your motherfucking life, girl. Okay. Now, but I just want to say, semi condolences out to the family of Morgan Freeman and also the family of Edna Hines, her extended family and things like that. It's a really, really sad situation. So this is just a really, really sad situation. Now we're gonna move on to my my boo thing from Empire, Lucia's Lion Girl. I don't know if y'all heard about this shit. I'm pretty sure this is kind of, well, it ain't old. It's about 3-4 days old. Apparently, it has been reported that, you know, of course, Terrence Howard is going through a divorce. Him and his wife are going through a divorce, and it's a really, really nasty ass divorce. They were in court because apparently she's trying to get like $6 grand in spousal support, plus she's trying to get a big old lump sum of this nigga Empire check that he get. She's trying to get a big old lump sum of that as well. And apparently he was in there crying on the stand saying that he agreed to this, give her this amount of money, and agreed to give her you know, part of his Empire check when he was under distress. Apparently she threatened to release some sex tape that he has with another woman, and she also threatened to let everybody know that he has some type of sexually transmitted disease. Now, what type of sexually transmitted disease? I have no earthly idea. It really has no merit in this conversation. What type it is, all I know is he said to, well, I'm not going to say he said it, but, well, technically he did say he said it. He said it to keep her from releasing these things. He agreed to pay her X amount of money per month, plus give her a large sum of his Empire check to prevent her from doing these things. And what he's trying to do now, reason why they're in court, is because he's trying to get this, agreement situation kind of edited to where he's not having to give her this large sum of his money because he said he did it when he was under distress and he didn't want her to just release no video and he didn't want her to, tell everybody that he was, boiling or whatever. So I don't know what type of disease it is, but that's what's happening in that situation right there. So, I mean, do people really fucking care? But let me ask y'all this question. He was on the stand now crying, but I don't want the judge and whoever to forget that he's a motherfucking actor like a motherfucker. That's motherfucking Lucius Lyons, okay? Bitch, that's Lucius Lyons. So if you sit there and believe every little thing that Lucius Lyons is telling your motherfucking ass, bitch, boom. I would hate to be the goddamn judge proceeding over that motherfucking shit right there, because motherfucker, you don't know when that's Lucius Lyons or you don't know when that's Terrence Howard talking to your motherfucking ass. So shout out to Terrence Howard, because I'm pretty sure he can sit there and break down at the drop of a motherfucking hat and go home and be like, damn, that was my best performance right there, goddamn. That bitch ain't finna get shit from me. I can bet you he probably said some shit like that. I ain't saying, I'm just motherfucking saying, girl. But that's pretty much all that I had to talk about. But I do have something else that I need to talk to y'all about our last question of the day. So I'm going to go ahead and purge this little shit right here. And I'll be back in 5, 4, 3, 2. It looks like it's about to rain out that piece. And I'm losing light up in this motherfucker. Y'all know I just started getting some decent lighting up and around up and through this piece. So I'm going to try to make this really, really quickly, but y'all know how a bitch goes down a whole bunch of motherfucking rabbit holes, okay? But because I got so much participation on the last video, I wanted to give a little bit more elaborate answer to that question as well. I wanted to go ahead and answer it myself, but for the last video that I did with, as far as the question of the day about the husband who died, who you found out that he had a side hoe and 2 other kids and shit, and he died, and you got $2.5 million off of his insurance policy because, of course, you were the sole beneficiary, and he did not put the woman or the children on the wheel, but he admitted to you before he died that this was his side hoe and these were his children. And I asked, would you share some of that 2.5 with this hoe and, the children, whatever? And a lot of people were saying yes, they would, because the children didn't ask to be in the situation, and all this type of stuff. But let me tell you, ThickChickVlogs' take on the situation, and this fucking hair's getting on my nerves, okay? Yes, I agree with you guys. The children did not ask to be in the situation. 100% and 100 million, gazillion, trillion percent agree with you on that situation right there. They did not ask to be in the situation. But at the end of the motherfucking day, okay, I've been with my husband for however many fucking years, okay, and 3 days before he died, he on his fucking deathbed, and there's some random ass woman sitting in the fucking room with 2 children, 7 and 4, and he ends up telling me, yeah, this is the woman I've been cheating on you with, and these are my 2 children. He died 3 days later. I'm rewarded $2.5 million, but because this motherfucker is brand new, that I just found out about, that you've been fucking my husband for 7 years, at least 7 years, and I'm expected to give her part of the money because he told me this is who I've been cheating on you with, and I made children with her. The hell you fucking preach. I don't have to give her shit legally. Yes, the children are innocent in the situation, but at the end of the motherfucking day, when you open your legs to married men, a lot of people said I would ask her if she knew. Naturally, the motherfucker gonna tell you she didn't fucking know about you. She not gonna admit that she knew about your ass unless she real bold. She not gonna admit that shit. She gonna tell you she didn't know shit about your ass. But 7 years, bitch, you knew about me. Ain't no way in the fucking hell for 7 years you gonna be fucking around with a man, and you ain't gonna know at least a little bit of an inkling that this Negro is married. I mean, come on. I mean, that's no that ain't even no fucking question, bitch. You knew that he was married. Now, like my sis Deidre said down in the comment section below, shout out to you, sis. I know you said that you wouldn't give her a motherfucking thing. You would donate his fucking body to science. I do not blame you. She does have a right legally to go down to the motherfucking down to the courthouse and collect them survival benefit, them motherfucking Social Security. She can go and get that check every month. Why the fuck should I have to give her part of my 2.5? I understand y'all saying the children are innocent. Now, like a lot of people were also saying, I'm not saying, now I would probably, after I go vacationing and shit, because, okay, yeah, I'm finna do motherfucking, you done cheated on me, I got to go goddamn grieve somewhere motherfucker. Okay, once I get back, I might set up a fucking trust fund for them for when they turn 18 or 21, whatever. If they go to college or whatever, I have a trust fund set up the way they good. They ain't got to pay for no college benefits, no college tuition or whatever. That'll be taken care of. But as far as giving this whole money every month out of my 2.5, a bitch that I don't even know shit about, but because you fucking around with my husband, I'm supposed to give you part of my motherfucking money? Baby, bad. You better kick rocks, hoe. Number one, you lucky ain't gonna square up on your motherfucking ass, but because this motherfucker, he finna be 6 feet, ain't no need of me. Matter of fact, I wouldn't square up on your ass anyway. I'm one of them motherfuckers. I ain't finna fight up no motherfucking nigga. I ain't finna fight up no goddamn nigga. I don't give a fuck about me married to him for 4 years or 40. I'm not finna fight over no man. That's just me though. Of course, I know everybody is different, but I'm not finna fight over no damn dude. But I'm damn sure not finna give you none of my motherfucking 2.5. Those are the consequences when you open your legs to marry men. And not only that, this motherfucker, you been cheating on me for this long, and nigga, you didn't have you had the audacity to not make sure your hoe and your side children are taken care of in your demise, nigga. You mean to tell me that? And I'm supposed to feel some type of way because she's left behind with these shit. Like I said, she is entitled to Social Security. She's entitled to go down there and draw that Social Security all day, every day. But legally, I don't have to give her a motherfucking thing out of my 2.5. Now, if I set up a trust fund, that's being generous and that'll be nice. But I don't have to give her shit. And that's ThickChickVlogs signing out of this motherfucker. Talk to y'all in the next video. Bye.